Hey Sasquatch, did you see what came out of Plum City, Wisconsin today? Our beards are in deep doo-doo.
No, blondie girl, I don't care about that marine in Plum City. My beard Barry is protected by the crown and he has a CUKC passport that renders him bulletproof, unlike Thunder Thighs, who was targeted in Egypt from being over their gross tonnage limit for Berkeley-less females.
Well, now that the marine has linked LIBOR bankers, the Canadian government, the British Columbia government and insiders at Thomson Reuters to a pay-to-play racket at the Picton Pig Farm, I think Harper's goose is cooked and a squatter's goose is defrosting. I have 10 key points to enumerate if your gay Barry will stop hammering home his message to the gay Chicago mayor next door. You may wish to take notes, Sasquatch.
Blow it out your ass honky breath.
Oh great, now Rain is using the 5-horse Craftsman Power Rimmer on your lame beard. Item 1, Kelly Rowan, the Da Vinci Inquest actress and former main squeeze of David Thompson, who helped stage snuff films at Piggy's Palace in a pay-to-play LIBOR racket for benefit of Thomson Reuters and the rate-setting scammers, has been communicating with Abel Danger. Got it? Sasquatch, I suggest you get off the collard greens and pork and beans, or else take a quart of gas X. Point 2, that marine in Plum City is now linking Linda Louise Wright to the scam, and you can find a YouTube entitled Linda Louise Wright Picton Clan and the Guild Socialist and Symbol Recorded Live. Got it, Sasquatch? Pungent yet malodorous. Point 3, according to Steve Greedle of Canadian Press, 7 years ago a $10 million mortgage was placed on Robert Picton's prostitute and porcine slaughter facility, as it will take 7 attorneys to provide cover for certain Mormon, Muslim and others involved in the LIBOR rate scam that leads ultimately to Mary Elizabeth Harriman and Warren Buttocks. You may be interested in determining Alexander Haig's relationship to the prostitute snuff film operation, which will become another chink in the lack of armor involving the gay glamour boy of Canada. Got it, Sasquatch? Nice rip, Platso. Point 4. The Picton prostitute and pig farm has had an unserviceable mortgage slapped on it since 2003, and Canada, the Vancouver Police and RCMP should have come clean long ago, as it not draws in both the Royal Bank of Canada and Wells Fargo, as the LIBOR connection, which is centered on Kelly Rowan, would never have been discovered by Abel Danger if the murders of the innocent hookers could have been adjudicated in a timely fashion. Justice delayed is justice denied. Got it, Sasquatch? Here, take this moist toilet. There is a chunk slide down your enormous thigh. Point 5. According to Abel Danger Global Intelligence of Plum City, Wisconsin, the mortgage lender is British Columbia Crown, which means the Queen of England to normal lay persons. The Queen is likely to bundle her risks in Canada, including, but not limited to, Russell Williams, Kevin Annett, Mary Elizabeth Harriman, Picton Pigs, Judge Albangaron, and now the Royal Bank of Canada. There is a false flag plan which could render Canada and the US as one country to be governed from Atlanta in the east and Denver in the west. The geriatric goose stepper is not pleased that 9/11 was entrusted to Canada and they fucked it up. Got it, Sasquatch? Oh great, no, Barry is using the 5-horse Craftsman Power Rimmer on the mayor of Chicago. What next? Perhaps bye-bye and mittens will make it a foursome. Point 6. The Attorney General's ministry officials have not specified if the $10 million is based on an estimate of the property's future value or the cost of the cover-up of 6 political figures tied to the pig farm through Kelly Rowan's anticipated testimony. It appears that the Chicago cabal and the Mormon cultists running the 2 compromised candidates never expected the Marine to expose the Muslim and the Mormon, or their boyfriends Pardo from Paris and Turdi from Indonesia. Got it, Sasquatch?
Dot.
I will get the wet dry vacuum and help clean up the effluents after point 10, however. Point 7. The stepmother of victim Marnie Frey, Lynn Frey, asks a good question. She asks why Robert Picton is deserving of 7 attorneys. The executive director of the BC Trial Lawyers Association has indicated the 1 cheap lawyer will defend Robert and the 6 expensive lawyers will defend the 6 tangential defendants, who must remain below the radar until after the transatlantic false flags currently penciled in for the London Olympics and 3 locations in America. Got it, Sasquatch? Point 8. If the government were to foreclose on the property, it would have to take Robert's brother and sister to court also to force a sale, as it is jointly owned by the trio of perverts. Brothers Robert and David are no problems, but sister Linda is a huge problem, literally and figuratively, as she is a member of the coalition of 5 enormous redheads, which includes Sarah, the Duchess of Pork, Rebecca Wade, perhaps a love child of the murdered newsman, Courtney Banks, Linda Louise Wright Picton, and defendant number 5, who is retracted until she completes her observations gained as an insider at National Security Associates Worldwide at 1950 Old Gallows Road in Vienna, Virginia. Got it, Sasquatch? Wow, Limburger cheese has nothing on you. Point 9. The Canadian banks have been affected by the Barclays, HSBC and Wells Fargo LIBOR scams because Canada's banks use LIBOR in their financial trades. Any trades taking place in 2006 through 2008 may be deemed odious and hence repudiated if that Marine continues to bury the Muslim in the Mormon. The Wall Street Journal pegs the total value of LIBOR tainted trades at $800 trillion. It appears that the Marine is buying a quitam seeking 10% of the 800 in exchange for repudiation of the other 90%. Tomorrow, Abel Danger in Plum City expects to name the bank that copped a plea on 5 January 2011, and then the shit hits the fan. Royal Bank of Canada and HSBC are considered most likely to turn on Wells Fargo and finger them for the 9/11 financial scam uncovered by Abel Danger, Plum City. Got it, Sasquatch? Point 10. While the process is still temporarily overseen by the British Bankers Association, Kelly Rowan's participation would indicate that Thomson Reuters was the alleged operator of the LIBOR pay-to-play scam associated with more than $350 trillion of odious interest rate scams, which will surely make the British bankers a bunch of Skitish Wankers. Our snitch in Montreal suggests that Barclays, Royal Bank of Canada and HSBC are all the low-hanging fruit, or fall guys to protect the big fish. Warren Buffett's Wells Fargo cannot afford to have the pass-through certificates linking World Trade Center Buildings 1 and 2 to Wells Fargo and the FBC on the morning of 9/11. Got it, Sasquatch?
No blondie bitch, I don't got it. Is FBC the Female Basketball Coaches Association?
No, it is not Neanderthal. It is item 6 of the Stranglers suite, which was deployed on the morning of 9/11 when Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs bankers were at the former Strategic Air Command Underground Command posted off at Air Force Base, Nebraska. FBC is Federal Bridge Certification Authority, and Wells Fargo, the state of Illinois, and the UK Ministry of Defence is linked to the City of London sponsored, Canada deployed failed attack on America obstructed when Agent Chips and Abel Danger imputed a 41-minute delay in the departure of United 93 from Newark's Liberty International Airport about the time American 77 was being vaporized by the Stranglers suite in Whiskey 386 airspace under control of Giant, who was controlled by General Maurice Baril of Canada. FBC, the link that has the Chicago cabal tied to Wells Fargo to the attack of 9/11. Got it, Sasquatch? You have an economy of words.